Hi folks, if you've been going through this series, thanks for sticking with me. If you're skipping around, that's fine too. I think you can learn a great deal just by thinking and listening and observing, and most of all applying. If you pick up something that you hadn't thought about before or you haven't considered carefully, go ahead and apply that in your practice, and I think you're going to see a lot of good results. Okay, this next one, today we're working on 27 in the Preparatory Melodies book, and this one says Risoluto. And we did one a little while ago that said deciso. They mean similar things, but we have an English word. Deciso would be decidedly, and that's what risoluto means. So, why two different words? Well, we have a lot of different words in the English language for things, and so do the Italians. But the word that we have in the English language, that's the cognate of risoluto, is resolute. And that means that you've made up your mind and no one can change it, right? So this is an attitude, and so much of what we do in music, especially in these simple, short little solo pieces, is we're trying to identify the character. In a longer piece, you're going to have changes of mood, changes of character, changes of attitude all the way through. And it's the flow and the transition between those changes that makes music really, really interesting. These are simpler. So I'm going to go ahead and play this for you, and then just make a few brief suggestions for you to notice when you're practicing, things for you to aim for or pay attention to. Oh, that was unfortunate. Lost my concentration again. This is the problem when you're talking and playing and talking and playing. Going back and forth, try it sometime. I used to give lecture demonstrations and recitals where I would talk about the music and play. It's kind of challenging. That was disappointing. I'm just going to play the end for you once more, just for me. See, it's hard to go back and forth between talking and playing. Okay, still a little rough, but that's trumpet playing. Okay, I hope you got some ideas from that. Now, this is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. You have your big dynamic changes, like in so many of these pieces. But another thing that's there that you really want to pay attention to is that interplay between the triplet rhythm and the duplet rhythm. So you have 8 notes and you have triplet 8s. And this is a theme that carries all the way through. You also have some dotted rhythm. So the reason why the composer has put these elements in is because these are things that are often not well defined by less experienced players. And in this case, you can be pretty literal with the rhythm. Unlike number 26, in that it was really open to rhythmic interpretation. In this, the interpretation, since the idea is resolute, is like decided and determined, right? That means the rhythm has to be very, very insistent, very authoritative. And so that you really want to show that contrast. So in case you didn't catch it the first time, listen to the difference with those 8-note pickups. So I'm going. Now, what's hard about this, what can be difficult about this, if you're having trouble with it, it is the change, instantaneous change from dun 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 to da 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 da. You get two different subdivisions, and you're changing back and forth between the two. So that direct, instantaneous change is what goofs most people up. Most players that I work with, once they get in a groove, they can play, perfect rhythm. But when the groove changes, when something changes, then it's difficult to make an instantaneous transition. So just a quick suggestion for you to practice. If you're having trouble with this, and this is probably the most basic rhythmic change you're going to run into, duple, triple, duple, triple. Put a metronome on. See, I've got it on the slow beat. So I'm developing my own internal sense of the eighth note subdivision. Dun 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 dun. So I'm switching back and forth. That's how to do it. It's very simple. It's very practical. It's anybody can figure this out. It's just a matter of doing it, and then listening. Am I really being successful? For most people, the transition there's kind of like a fade. It goes from the duple kind of into the triple, and then from the triple back into the duple, and it should be direct. There should be no fade. It should be just an instantaneous cut. So that's a simple thing that you can work on in this one, and this is a really good exercise for that. But if you find that you're having trouble, invent those simpler exercises like what I just showed you to practice this, and pretty soon you'll be nailing it. So I hope you have fun with this one, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good day. Bye-bye.